If you are looking for Bootstrap grid classification, then this is the place where you will learn about it. Hello and welcome to another new episode of Learning Simplified. In this tutorial, we are going to know about Bootstrap 3 grid classification. In our previous tutorial, we have seen how to install Bootstrap into our project and we have created a custom.css. Now in this tutorial, behind the scene, the only changes that have been made here is creating some additional classes over here, and these classes will be prepared as it had been ever in our previous tutorials. As we have provided a black background to the HTML document and a transparent background to the body, and we have initiated some classes over here like banner 1, banner 2. All these things will be needed in this purpose. Now let's concentrate on creating the components inside this body tag. In understanding the grids of Bootstrap, the first thing that we are going to do, we are going to introduce a container over here. Now the first thing is, what is container? Now if we draw some analogy with our previous tutorial, we may say that container is nothing but a kind of table formation as we have seen in HTML elements. Syntax for the table was, in our previous tutorials we have seen how to create a table, and we have created a table first, then we have created rows, and then we have created columns, and inside these columns we always intended to pour some contents. Contents will be coming here. All the contents, those contents were coming inside these column elements and not elsewhere. So this is the thing. If we are drawing some analogy, then the same thing will be happening here. The first thing we are going to do, we are going to introduce a container, and then we are introducing rows, then we are introducing columns. We may say that container is actually responsible for dynamic behavior of responsiveness. Practically, it is the thing that will make your site responsive. It is the one that realign depending on media width, including everything inside. This container thing, it practically expands or contracts detecting the media width. Now you may place rows inside container, or you may do not use it. That depends on project criteria, what kind of gappings you are needing over there. And every columns, those come inside these rows, and every single content in turn, those should be placed inside these columns. Now something similar will be witnessed here. If we carry on with this analogy, HTML table element and a Bootstrap container element, both of them, they are not same. Just concentrate on the analogy. The containers comes first, then comes the row, then comes the column distributions over there, and then comes the content inside. So that means all these contents, they should be placed inside these column elements, and then you will be closing the row, and then you will be closing the container. One thing, never you put any kind of contents outside this container area, else website won't be mobile friendly, they won't be mobile responsive. Now coming back to our project, first of all delete these things that we have created over here. It is about understanding and nothing else. Now we may see that we have created a container, then we have created rows, columns, etc. But what are these things? In understanding this, you need to understand Bootstrap device width detection. This is the media width classification. So here are the specification or classification of those particular widths, that those will be used over here. For larger devices, the minimum width will be 1200 pixels. That means up to this 1200 pixels, your contents will be coming horizontally, and lesser than 1200 pixels, it will be getting down vertically. For medium width device, the desktop width should be greater than 992 pixels horizontally, but lesser than 1199 pixels horizontally. And in this case, the class will be used here, calling the contents is call MD12. Then comes the small width device. You may say that for an iPad, which is a small width device and which is greater than or equals to 768 pixels and lesser than and equals to 992 pixels. In this case, the class that will be used inside this container is call SM12. That means we are consuming all of these 12 grids. It will be referred to as the class name call SM12. That means up to this part, for small width devices, it is going to align your contents horizontally side by side without stacking it down, and this will happen up to 768 peaks. This is the minimum definition that it will be using for. But if this thing detects width which is lesser than 768 peaks, then all it is going to do, it is going to place your contents vertically stacked on each other. This is the last option that you have for mobile width device. For horizontal layout of the contents in mobile, width is considered to be lesser than 768 peaks, and in this case the class name that you will be calling for, call XS12. So if we have a look around this, we may see that this is the div class container banner. We have called in a container class over here. Now as we are ready to go, that means we have installed Bootstrap successfully in our project. After that we are able to call this class name container. Now inside this container we are calling a class which is known as row, and inside this row we are calling the columns over here. Now here I have placed call XS4. That means this has been practically using the mobile width device for horizontal layout of the contents in mobile.